Hi, this is Daryl Webster again, just looking at one of the latest announcements that Yammer has finally released the conversations that will be in line with OneDrive and SharePoint Online files. So I was closely looking at my Office 365 tenant to see when this might come out. It had been announced yesterday that it was going to be rolled out over a period of time, and lo and behold, I found it appear in my portal. So what I've got on screen in there is the embedded Yammer feed, and that is essentially what is used beside a Office document when you're viewing it from OneDrive or from SharePoint Online. So I'm going to go into my site contents and look at one of my presentations. What I'm hoping to demonstrate is one or two of the speed bumps you might experience as you're trying to test this and make sure it's working. So my clue was, remember, the embed web part for Yammer was sitting there asking for a logon, and if I go over to here I can see the same thing in the panel is also asking me for a logon. So I'll try and log on, and yeah, for the first time, maybe I don't have a session that's already open in the background. And log in here. This is what I experienced. The snowy pop-up of the polar bear in the snow with his nose covered and completely camouflaged. So I'm sitting there waiting, what's going to happen, nothing's happening. Now the strange thing is that I can close that. I can come over to another tab. I can log in, and I can see that yes, indeed I have logged into Yammer and it's in the background and working fine. So why doesn't it work for the inline Yammer plugin, the Yammer embedded plugin? So I'm going to just check something out in the background. It's actually a post that I'd forgotten I posted earlier in the community forums. If I open that up, we'll show you something that I discovered earlier when experimenting with the Yammer embedded. So there are a couple of URLs that you're best to add to your trusted sites in your web browser. These two ones here, and so we'll do that, just see what kind of difference that's going to make to getting the Yammer conversations going beside our documents. So copy and paste it is. Going into internet options, going into security and trusted sites, we'll add it to our trusted sites. Yep, I'll add assets, and the other one was yammer.com. Note the asterisk there to capture any of the subdomains that might be there. So that's fine. Now we know that's not really going to make any difference to logging into the Yammer site, so that's nothing new, nothing to be expected differently there. I'll just refresh my document and see if that's made a difference to my conversation control panel. We'll log in. We'll log in again through this authentication. And there you go. Okay, so there's not much conversation going on because I'm the only one in this demo tenant, but we have our Yammer Conversations panel working. So just to recap, it does pay to have these two links in to the trusted sites in your browser. I use IE11 as part of Windows 8.1. You might find the same thing within Mozilla or Chrome or Safari. If you do need to reference that blog post that was in the community, I'll pop that into the notes within the YouTube video, and hopefully that'll help you get going with the Yammer Conversations if you come across the same problem. Thanks for watching.